In three, two, one. Right on time, bro. Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the createyou podcast. I'm here with my friend, a homie that I just met, fucking like, I don't know, like 5 months ago or something like that. We work at Chick-fil-A together, which is pretty cool. I met him like on my first day, introduced by our training director. And she basically mentioned to him that I make videos and stuff, and he was like, oh shit, I make music. And then literally from there we were just like, yo, this is cool, like let me see your music, let me see your videos. And then we just kind of sent it out, and then since then we've been kind of connecting here and there at work, and then kind of getting to know each other more, and also our work and things like that. And so I mentioned, yo bro, you should hop on the pod. He's like, hell yeah, let's do it. So that's what we're here to do.
Yes, sir.
Before we get into everything, though, the podcast is also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, just a few to name. So if you're listening from YouTube, you can check it out there if you don't want to watch it. And those who are listening from any of the audio platforms, you can also watch us live, or I guess sort of live, at YouTube. And then my main channel as well, that's where I do more of my creative work. As of now, I'm doing like vlogs. That's at createyou on YouTube. Yeah, and so everything's in the description if you ever need to find anything. But I guess with all that being said, is there you want to kind of introduce everyone to you, kind of a little bit about you, what you do and stuff?
Yeah. So my name is Josh King. My artist name is Lanier. I make a whole bunch of cool music, different kind of genres, branching out of my comfort zone. Like he said, we met each other at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
He made videos, I made music. I was like, oh, well, let's do some stuff, let's branch out, let's do some stuff. And it's been pretty cool. I would say this is actually my like first podcast that I'm on.
Yeah, how you feeling about that?
I'm actually feeling good because I've done like other shows and stuff.
Yeah, true.
But I've never had any music videos, but I've never had a camera just on my
chilling.
face, and I'm not doing anything music related.
Yep. Yeah, so, it can be a bit awkward for sure. I remember when I first started doing, bro, I would always get like, I think maybe you even remember when we first started doing, I'd be with him and like another friend that I've known for years. I would be like sitting there, I'm like, I feel awkward or something. I'd be like sitting there, I'm like, dude, I can't do this or something. Yeah. So it is a bit weird, especially for, people who are new to this. But I guess when did you start making music? Like, how long you been doing that now?
So I've been doing music for a long time, but I didn't take it seriously until my senior year of high school, which was like maybe 3.5, going on 4 years ago. So
what's a long time? What does that mean?
What's a long time? Like me, like I would say I've done it maybe when I was about 5.
Really?
About 5. My dad put me.
Yeah, go ahead.
My dad put me on Michael Jackson.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, and then
of course.
Just started branching out into different genres of rock and jazz and a whole bunch of different cool stuff. And I was like, I can do this myself.
Facts.
And then I started making music, and then my dad was like, you can get money off of this. I was like, you can get money? He was like, yeah, you can. I was like, okay, well, let me try to do some stuff with it. So hopefully soon I'll be making money, but as of right now, just a little bit.
Yeah, facts. It does take time for sure. I feel like that's how it goes in every creative domain. It's like you have to get started, and then it takes a while for you to make like any kind of money, and you're kind of just putting a lot of time and hours into something that you like doing, that's fulfilling. But it kind of, if you could only do it and then make money, it'd be like that's the dream, right? That's the dream for everybody, it seems like. So like, was it just music like that you listened to growing up, or were you like involved in some, like, 'cause I know sometimes people were involved in like church and they were like singing there, or maybe like in school, or something like that?
Yeah. Like I said, in elementary, I used to go to this daycare, and there used to be like talent shows and stuff going on, and I'll always attend, and I did Michael Jackson, of course.
Yeah.
Used to dress up as him and do everything. And then I remember for some odd reason, I used to always like sing on the bus. I would just like lay my head on the window. I'd just sing on the bus, and this girl in front of me would love it.
Really?
Yeah. And I guess she told the bus driver about it, and I guess every Fridays or something, he'll do like karaoke. And like on the bus, how you can like speak in the little,
yeah.
He'll turn on a little song, and then he'll just sing off of it.
The bus driver did?
Yeah.
What the hell?
And a lot of people wanted me to sing, but I just got too shy.
Yeah.
So
Do you feel like now that you've broken out of that, like the shyness?
I would say, yeah, but now I'm actually starting to do my own music and
Yeah.
not covers off of other people. So I
Facts.
would say the shyness is still there, but it's slowly coming out.
How do you think you overcame that? Because I feel like for most people that's pretty hard. Like I'm trying to think if I was to make music and like have to produce in front of like 10 people, I'd be fucking nervous. Like my voice might be all shaky or something. Because that's how it was when I started doing this. So I can imagine in front of a live audience, like
Yeah.
you're like, all right, hey guys, I'm about to. Even if you're covering, hey, I'm about to cover this song, or like, hey, I'm about to produce, or not produce. I'm about to sing my own song that I just made, or like whatever. Like
Yeah.
I'd be like, bruh, I couldn't do that.
I mean, you just gotta. What I always think about is don't think about it. You know, just don't think about it.
Yep.
If this is something that you want, you got to go for it. Like I had a friend, he used to cut my hair. He said, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" I said, "Hopefully on the stage, in front of a giant crowd, singing my own song."
Mm.
And he's like, "Well, you doing anything to make that happen?" I said, "At the moment, no,
Mm-hmm.
but now I am because every Wednesdays there's like this little like performance thing."
Yeah.
Shout out to Freedom Entertainment for letting me perform a couple weeks ago. Hopefully I get to see y'all again soon.
Hey.
So yeah, just don't think about it.
Yep.
If this is what you want, just go for it, man. Don't care about the money.
I think there's a lot to be said about that because I feel like in a lot of ways, I don't know, you might be able to see it on my walls somewhere, but like there's always that inner critic that you have.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like that's what held me back for so many fucking years to like start doing YouTubing. Like I remember when I was like a kid, bro, I was like, I want to make videos. I didn't know what I wanted to do or like how I was gonna do it, but I would start, but then I would never like I wouldn't either release it or I wouldn't edit it or whatever. But like I think you just literally don't think about it, just do it. And it may be hard work to get to that point.
Yeah.
But I think that's part of the process and like you learn something along the way. So it's definitely very difficult and I guess like it seems much easier said than done because when you tell people just don't think about it, it's like, bro, but how do you not just think about it? You start thinking about it. And so, yeah, I don't know. I think if you just like you're saying, just jump into it, bro. Like you just have to kind of start somewhere. So I think that's really good advice. I've always kind of been curious about like the artists and like the route that they take in terms of like musically.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people on Instagram, they'll have like, they'll post like memes or they'll be very interactive on their thing and they'll like post snippets of their song and they'll post it to their story or maybe to like their feed and they'll have like a somewhat decent following and they'll be interacting on there.
Yeah.
Like what is the route for artists or what are some of the routes that maybe artists can take to start like growing their audience and their following?
That's a good question.
Or maybe even if it's easier for you, maybe like what is the path that you're taking?
Well, pretty much what I'm doing is just listening what other people are telling me. People that have a following, I'm trying to ask them on how they got that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have a decent following now, and it's pretty cool. It took a long time.
How many people do you have that follow you? Like maybe on Instagram?
Instagram followers maybe over 600.
And you started building that once you started making music?
Well, no. Well, both. When I first moved here.
Yeah.
And then,
I forgot because you're not from here. Yeah. I remember that you told me that you're from Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Big A, bro. I was there. I've been there twice now, actually, when I was a kid. And then relatively recently when I went out to South Carolina, we drove through it. Really nice place, bro. Like green as fuck. And it's so cultured there, bro. It's like there's so much shit going on. It's fucking cool.
Serious.
But I guess going back to the question, like, what kind of path is it that you're taking? Because like you could do that, or maybe like I think I've seen you going out to shows and stuff. Like that's another way, I guess.
I'll say doing shows is always the best way to get your name out there. Because the reason why I say that is also doing this as well. Because you're building connections with people.
True.
2, you're putting yourself out there so people know, oh, this guy's actually kind of cool and let me check out his music. And then 3, it gets you out of your comfort zone, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty true.
Yeah.
And how many followers do you have? Like how many? Does it show you how many listens that you have per like month or something on like Spotify?
Yeah. Well, there's this thing called like artists or Spotify for artists.
Yeah.
So I could see like, oh, a lot of people like this one song.
Mm.
A lot of people like this other song.
Oh yeah.
So I know like now I have like 50 followers on SoundCloud. No.
Spotify.
Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I want to build that up. And well, not hopefully I will build that thing up. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
And then SoundCloud, to be honest, I know I have a lot. I don't know how much.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot
have
on
a
there.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you like make like your first song and actually release it, and what was like the process of doing that?
So that's actually kind of funny. So, okay, there's a story behind this, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so like I said, I started taking it seriously when I moved here, my sophomore year of high school. So I was in a history class, and we were doing a project, and he was telling us all the rules and stuff. I said, well, I don't, no disrespect.
Yeah.
But I don't want to follow that. Is there a way I can turn this into a rap? And he said, if you do that, you better make sure that it's good and it's on topic.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And I did it. A lot of people liked it. And it kind of just, I guess
What'd
you
you
could say
rap
it
about?
blew up. That Three Dynasties.
Oh, okay. From like, is it from like overseas? Those, are you talking about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Like, I have to go back into history because honestly, I can't think of it.
It's like the like China and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
think I have like a vague idea of what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a whole rap on that.
It's just you?
It's just me.
And where'd you get your beat from?
YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty tight. I think I remember doing something like that too in middle school.
Yeah.
I don't remember what we rapped about, but like I remember we did it on that beat by Big Sean, Guap. You know what I'm talking about? That song, that was like one of his first songs that like made him blow up, bro.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was so tight. It was like me, some kid named Chris, and another kid, his name was Alex, bro. We were like, we all had like a part, and then I think I went last or something, bro. That shit was lit. We had the whole class kind of like, hey, like they were getting into it, bro. It's pretty tight. But no, that's pretty cool, bro. So what year was that you said?
My sophomore year, so I was about 15.
And then where did you go after that? Like, did you decide? Was it like soon after, or you were like, oh, I think I'm gonna start making music, or like, how did? You...
It was more like I'm actually getting attention from this. I guess I have something. Let me just try to see what I got. You know, because I took it as a joke.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think people were actually gonna like it and actually want me to write stuff.
Right.
So I took it as a joke, and then I started writing a lot of songs. Of course, a lot of people laughed, and you know, I was in the process of writing. I remember I used to write every day, and there used to be trash, and but I would write it every day, and there's even times now I go back and I'll read it, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I look at my music now and seeing a lot of people that are actually liking me. I'm like, damn, it took me about 3 years to try to get to where I am now. And who knows, it might take me another 3 to 4 to 10 years to get me out there.
Yeah, facts.
But
as long as you're enjoying it along the way, I think that's really cool. Because there's like ideas that I've had too, like whether it be videos or like even writing music or something. You look back and like, sometimes, I don't know if this happens, I'm sure it does, but like when you read something, you're like, I wrote that, bro. That's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like either maybe you're like, oh, that's a little cringe, or hey, that's a tough line right there, or something like that. I'd be feeling like, hey, like it's kind of weird to think. I don't know. I feel like when you make things that are creative, you have to be like really present.
Yeah.
Almost like not even thinking about it in a way. And that's when you make like your best work. But when you start thinking about it, like, oh, what if people don't like this line, or what if it needs to be like this or like that? That's when you start making like decent, like mediocre kind of stuff. But like when you're in the moment and you're present, you write that shit down, and then maybe you leave it alone and you go back. You're like, bro, I wrote that. It's because you were so present, bro. You were so with it that like, I feel like that's what music is, bro. Like you don't like listen to a song because you're ready to get to the end. You don't like, maybe there's a favorite part in the song you like, but you listen to the song because it keeps you present, right? Like that's why I think everybody loves music. I've never met anybody like who's like, I don't listen to music. Like that'd be fucking crazy, bro. That'd be crazy to meet somebody like that. Like music, not really my style, bro. Like nobody's like that, because I think I think music is so like it's just very profound. And I think that's why many people connect on it. Like, I think connects people in so many ways from so many different like whether backgrounds, ethnicity, race, like it doesn't fucking matter. It can connect everybody in one and like through one medium, which is fucking. I think it's fucking really cool.
True that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go ahead. Do you?
There's another thing that kind of popped up in my head. So I'm gonna pick up on what you were just talking about on just writing and not caring about what people thought. All the times in high school, I used to always care about what people thought about my music. Even now, but now I'm like, I don't care. Because before I used to like freak myself out because I'm like, oh, this is not good. They're gonna laugh.
Yep.
There's always gonna be laughing times in there. I want them to laugh if I say something that's clever.
Yeah.
I don't want them to laugh because it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
Or maybe if you're trying to evoke like a laugh in like maybe like a bar or something, like you're trying to be funny. Yeah.
Because I mean, there's some artists now that they're just like, they'll say stuff and you're like, what the?
Yeah, it'd be like absurd and you're like,
like. Really
I think like sometimes I listen to Ski Mask and he be saying some crazy shit. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'd be laughing because I'm like, bro, that's a funny ass bar, but I think that's what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Listened to what was it, JID the other day and cut the head off a chicken.
Oh yeah, JID is tough.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, even now, like sometimes I do kind of trip out because sometimes sometimes I'm like, well, what if they don't like this? What if they don't like that? But sometimes I tell myself, if I'm a fan of Saint Lanier, what do I want to hear? I write music that I want to hear.
Facts.
You know? And I don't just go in there, record it, and I'm like, okay, that's done. I make sure that I want to listen to that. Because if I don't want to hear it, why
would
y'all have to hear
else?
it? You know?
I think that's a really, I think I even try to make videos like that too. Where like, I think my most recent video that I put out, I finished it and then I like watched it back. And I was like, I just wanted to be done with it because I had been sitting on it for a while. I was like, I was like watching it back. I was like, I can't release this shit, bro. I don't even want to watch this. This shit boring as hell to me, bro. I don't want to watch this shit. So I went back and like had to chop it up again. And I don't really love editing, but I was like, that's how you have to do it. Bro. You have to do it, and it's practice. So like, I'll get better. So I did it, but I think that's a really good way to put it for anybody who's making something creative. Is like, what would you want to hear if you were a fan? Like that's a perfect like analogy. Is like, what would I want to hear if I was a fan of his?
Yeah, true.
And music that you like making too, because then if you start making shit you don't want to do, then you're not gonna want to make it that much longer. Even if you're making a lot of money, like you'll be like, this shit's I don't like doing this. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why you started making music in the first place, because you like it. So why would you do something that you don't like? You know? And I feel like that happens a lot with people who make music videos, whatever. They just release shit to make some funds or like try to be popping or get some clout or something. So I think that shit's kind of whack.
But like, honestly, I make music because it helped me when I was a kid, because my parents, they kind of like split, and music was the only thing that kind of just stuck with me, and I've always had a love for it. That's why, you know, I have certain artists that I love, and I have certain artists that I'm like, I'll listen to them.
Yeah. And
I just love music, and I guess that's why I started making my own, because I'm like, I could end up connecting to some other kid and make them want to do it too.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, even if it's just a hobby for them, I think that'd be really good. I think it's a really good outlet. I like writing too. It's really I don't know, there's something about writing that like you can journal and shit and write out like cohesive shit, but like when you making it rhyme or something like that or putting it into a song, it's like it just kind of like it's like different. Yeah, it's like a different, and like it's I don't know how to explain it, bro. It's just like
nah, it's like it resonates better.
Yes.
Like,
I think that's
you want to know something that's kind of it's funny but kind of stupid. So I really don't know what my best songs are. It's kind of up to y'all if y'all even listen to it. But I feel like my best songs kind of come from me sitting on the toilet.
Really? You write on?
I write on the can, bro. like I do the traditional writing.
I've never done that,
bro. I be writing my songs, bro, on the can with my headphones in, and I'll be in there for a little bit.
Okay, bro.
Just I like my
I'm not gonna
best-
lie, that's actually a good idea, bro.
I'll
Yeah.
be dumping 2 ways, brain dumping and still dumping.
Yeah,
on
for
God,
real.
bro, on God. Or I'll be making deliveries, and my best. I think better when I'm moving. You know?
I think you're like doing something that's not like too. It's not like too much.
Yeah.
It's like, what would you say? Like
Keeps your brain moving or something like
yeah,
that.
it's very
yeah.
like kind of like very small sort of work. Like
Yeah.
you're like putting together like
Yeah.
I don't know some bullshit, and you're just like your mind's kind of reflecting. It's
Uh-huh.
like if you're gonna clean the house.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
yeah,
cleaning
yeah.
the house and shit. You know what you're doing. You're gonna clean the shit. You can kind of go on autopilot, and
Okay.
that, and then you can also just like think and reflect. And I think
Yeah.
it's kind of the same what you're saying there. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if this happens to y'all, but when you get in the shower, you're away from your phone, you're away from everything. You're just in the shower. Like, what do? You start to think and reflect
Yeah.
a lot, and you're like start running through like different scenarios and shit.
Uh-huh.
So that makes a lot of sense actually. And
Mhm.
I think yeah, I write usually the best when I'm not thinking either.
Yeah.
Like if I have an idea that comes to head from listening to something, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I can write that down.
Yeah.
I can write that down. I can write that down.
You know, I saw on Instagram they said you think better when you're in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
or more of your ideas or your clever ideas come from when you're in the shower, and that's some. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I think I've done like over the past like since I graduated, I've always like really liked psychology, and so I've always like watched a lot of shit on that and kind of done like research and shit into it. There's a lot of like psychological things that are going on in your head. It's almost like meditating in
Yeah.
a way, which is I think similar to when you're taking a shit and you feel like you're writing better. It's because like you're sort of away from the
Yeah.
world for a minute. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you're in your own space. Like you're just there, you know, and you're just like, I gotta write this shit out. Or
For
like
real,
when you're
for real.
driving, you're just like, you're not really with anybody. You're just kind of doing something that's like somewhat chill, and you're like, I can think of just bars or whatever it is that you're writing,
Yeah.
like just boom, and you
Yeah.
have it. I think too, you have to like when I have an idea, bro. If you don't write that shit down, it's
You gonna
gone, bro.
forget it.
Yeah, that
That
makes
hook will be
sense.
gone.
Because I was telling
Yeah.
you like what 10 minutes ago that I was like I write better when I have a cigarette. So it's like me just like lighting some doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keeping,
so- yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Being like I guess somewhat
it's
occupied
like
with
keeping you
something.
occupied. I think what I'm thinking about now is like I think it keeps the other part of you, like the critic, almost like at bay, because
Yeah.
you can't do so many things at once. So if you're doing something like if you're cleaning the house, you're not like inner critics like you're doing this wrong. You're doing like
Yeah.
you're just cleaning, and you're just like letting it go. So it's like I don't really know how to explain it, but you're like doing a couple of things all at
Yeah.
once, and then
Mhm.
you can kind of just write without the thinking of like it needs to be like this or it has to sound like this. So what is Saint Lanier listening to right now? Like, what are some of his rotations for the week? Like songs or artists? Like, who you been listening to as of lately?
I think the ones that know me know that I'm a huge Post Malone fanatic,
Mm-hmm.
and he stays on the go. I love that dude.
Does he have a new album out? What's his
Yeah.
most recent album? Is it
Austin.
Okay, I don't think I don't think I heard it, bro, or listened to it.
It came out last summer.
Damn. Oh, okay. So it's been a minute then. Yeah, I think I remember
I
seeing
love
it released. I haven't listened to too much Post. I remember the first song I heard by him was White Iverson. That song was tough. You remember that
Yeah.
song?
The funny thing
It's like
is,
from high school.
That's what
What-
put him on.
actually, I
Yeah.
was in I think I was going into high school when he
Yeah, I
when
was
he
like a
dropped
freshman or
that.
something.
Yeah. So I was like, well, actually, yeah, I think I was in 8th grade when he dropped Congratulations. That's how I
God
found him.
damn, bro. I was like a senior.
Yeah.
Dang,
What-
is that when that came out?
Yeah.
I think so, bro.
Like 2016.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I was
Okay,
a junior.
no,
you were
we're
a senior.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was like
Yes,
junior.
Because
No, I
I
was
was
like a junior. If it's 2016, I was like a sophomore, junior.
because I was going into my freshman year. I think it was still summertime. And
Yeah, it was a summer. Yeah.
and bro, I remember I was with my dad and my cousins, and we were here in Texas because we were like visiting
Yeah.
my cousins. And I remember that song came on the radio, and I was like, "This song kind of tough." And
Hell
then I'm thinking it's two black dudes because I knew who Quavo was,
yeah.
and I thought, okay, it's a black dude. And then I saw the cover of Stoney. I said, maybe he a light.
Yeah.
And then I saw him interview. I said he white,
Yeah.
but he sound black.
That's what I thought about when
Yeah.
White Iverson came out. I was like, who's this dude? And I watched the video. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I was not expecting the dude because he had the braids back then.
Yeah,
He had
he
the
did.
braids back and when he made that song, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the hell is this shit? But that
I ain't
song
gonna
was
lie, I
tough, bro.
hated Congratulations though. I mean, I liked it, and
It
then
just
like
overplayed.
it got overplayed.
It got
and I was
overplayed.
like, damn. Like
I don't
But
know.
when it first came out, it was pretty cool.
at first, like I liked the song. Then like this chick I used to hang out with, that like we'd go in her truck at lunch and yada yada yada. But that song would always be playing in the background, bro. And so finally, I got done hearing that song. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
here to hear Congratulations
thanks,
one more
bro.
time.
That's how I hate when that happens with songs, bro. It's like it'd be a good song and then they play the fuck out of it, bro. It's like Bad and Bougie. That song is like
Oh, yeah.
like now I kind of
Yeah,
like it a
Bougie.
little bit more, but when it first came out, I was like,
Yeah, like I can
I
listen
don't
to
know.
Congratulations
Shit,
now
bro.
because I haven't listened to it forever and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's still good. But
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess when you just
that's what
love
put
it-
you onto him though. That song.
Yeah, that's yeah. And then sophomore year of high school when he dropped Stony, I just started listening to that shit a lot. Yeah,
Stoney's,
that
Stoney's
album,
a
right?
pretty good album
yeah,
though.
I like that. And
He
then
had some
Beer
good
Bongs
songs on
and
there.
Bentleys, and then
Yeah.
Hollywood's Bleeding. He dropped Hollywood's Bleeding my senior year of high school, and then
Trying to remember
Austin.
Yeah.
Oh no, 12 Karat Toothache, and then Austin.
Oh, yep.
12
Yeah.
Karat Toothache. It was alright. It was okay.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Post, but I have like I would say a pretty decent amount of songs that I have from him like throughout the course of the years.
Yeah.
I have some songs downloaded on my phone from him. So yeah,
Yeah.
I always fucked with Post.
And he seems like a real nice guy. He always seems like really fucking
He's from
chill.
Texas.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
from Austin, right?
Dallas.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like a real cool dude. My uncle actually, bro, he was on a podcast one time, but he used to live in Dallas, and he was working at this hotel, like it's like a really nice ass hotel. But he met Post Malone, bro. He took a pic with him and everything, bro. He sent it to my mom. He's like, "Look, I met Post Malone. He stayed at the hotel working." I was like, "What the fuck, bro?" I was like, "That's kind of lit, bro. Like,
That's some
should have
crazy
fucking
stuff.
FaceTimed him or something. Like, hey,
Man,
Yup.
I would have freaked out, bro. I would have fainted, bro. I probably even would have pissed myself.
god damn, bro.
You'd be like, my song right here.
I
Hey,
mean,
lock in with me, bro.
oh,
Tap
God.
in, tap in.
Hey, tap in real quick. Let's make a feature. Let's make a sound.
Hey, you could do that now with the new iPhones. You could tap the
Yeah,
tap in with me, bro.
yeah,
Literally.
just be like, literally
Hey, I'll tap in real quick.
Just over here, like,
Oh God.
Put that-
Hey, you got that?
So who else like besides him are you listening to?
Ali, I'm trying to remember this one girl's name. Have you seen Spider-Man?
Mhm.
Into
Which
the
one?
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Gwen, the girl that's the voice of Gwen Stacy.
oh,
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Isn't she an actress?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, obviously, but I think she also like plays
Haley
live roles.
Steinfeld,
Yeah.
right?
I
Is
think
that
you're
her
right.
name?
Yeah,
Haley
yeah.
Steinfeld?
And she's also in Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
okay.
And she makes music.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, I didn't know,
She
but
sings
it
on one
might-
of MGK songs.
yeah.
That's how I know her.
Oh, wait. I think you're. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she
I haven't heard anything, but I think I've seen her like appearances on
She
somebody's
got a
songs.
Good voice.
Really?
I think she does.
Yeah, she had a
Just
nice voice in
voice.
the movie. That's what I remember like hearing. So you listening to her?
Yeah, I listened to her, and then I listened to.
What kind of music does she make?
I say it's more like pop.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
more like pop stuff.
Yeah.
But that ain't bad. And then I listen to Michael Jackson every now and then. Drake. A lot of like other artists. I just can't think of what their name is. There's this rock band called Modson.
Modson?
You know,
I
have
don't
you
think I've
heard of
ever
them?
heard of them.
Modson.
You've heard of them?
Are you talking about the dude with long hair? And
It's like green.
I think so. You said it's Modson?
Yeah, Modson.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I like them. I think they're
What
pretty
are
good.
like what are your favorite genres?
That's a good question. It would either have to be like rap or like R&B or pop or something.
Yeah.
Country's
Oh,
alright.
Yeah,
But,
I know who Modson is.
yeah. But country's alright. But
Bro, I can't get into country, bro. I can't.
hey,
Can't
you
do that
know,
shit, bro.
I was gonna keep this
That
on a
shit all the
Good
same.
luck
download.
here.
I was gonna keep this on a download, but we're already talking about this country stuff, and it's kind of fitting my latest post because I'm making a new album.
Yeah, I seen that.
And the very first song, the very first song sounds like a country song.
Like a lot of guitar.
And then I have another song, and that sounds like country, but I think it sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty badass.
I feel like country's been getting more into like the rap and like pop scene, bro.
yeah,
Like I've been noticing like
You got Yayla Wolf and
What's that one dude's name? He's from Texas. The song is literally called Texas.
Big X the Plug.
Oh,
Yeah.
My
Like
friend
that's
did
kind
his
of
music video.
like a really?
Mhm.
It's like a
The
very
one on
country
YouTube, War
sounding.
Ready.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a very country sounding song. There's even this other fucking
He's still slanging.
this is black dude with dreads. And he made some song on like this country ass beat, and I was like, you just would never expect that because like country was like it's like completely different than rap, but they starting to like merge the two. I think sometimes it's kind of cool. Like even Lil Nas X would make like kind of sounds like a country song sort of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, sir.
I feel like this question, I feel like kind of goes a lot of ways because some people feel like really negative about it.
Mm.
But what are your thoughts on like record labels? You know, considering all the usual bad things that you hear, is signing to one something that you would consider?
Oh, I don't have any record labels in mind, but I'm kind of doing what a lot of people have kind of told me. Don't look for record labels. Let them kind of come to you.
Yeah.
Because if you start searching, that's how you find the bad ones. But if you get tagged along somebody that's already in a good one, why not join that?
Oh, like if you're working with an artist who already has one?
Yeah. Like say I were to blow up and Post Malone is like, hey, I think your music's pretty dope. And I was talking to my team. I was wondering if you want to hop on my label. And first we'll have a serious talk.
Right.
But I'd be down. Record labels, they can be stingy or they can tell you what to do and how to make your music. And I don't want them telling me what to do.
Bro, that'd be so ass, bro. That'd be so ass, bro. I never really thought about it. So I never I don't make music like that. But like sitting with you, thinking like from your perspective, I'm like, bro, if I was making some shit and somebody's like, hey, you gotta make this by this time with this many songs and I gotta do this and that, I'd be like, bro, what?
I'd be like, hold on.
Pissed. I'd be so mad, bro, because like then you're so confined and it's like you can't. That's not how creativity works. You can't confine yourself into something and be like, all right, now think outside the box. It's like you can't because you already confined yourself, bro.
That's how you get hooked up on drugs. Because you start building creativity off of intoxication.
Oh yeah.
So
a lot of people who do that.
And that's what, my dad also said. When you get in this stuff, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna be around you.
Damn, bro.
So you gotta. The thing
really
is,
thought about that.
It's cool, but there's also behind. That's why a lot of people, when they live in Hollywood, they'll leave and they'll go to somewhere else. Some of them will come to Texas. Some of them will go to Georgia.
Yeah, LA's like a dark fucking hole, bro. That's what I always hear. Even YouTubers, they go to LA. I'm like, I wanted to do that when I was a kid, but I was like, nah, bro. I be hearing some ugly ass stories about people who live there.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It's cool in movies and stuff, but when you're actually in it, making money and being around those stuff, it's pretty dark. But
yeah, I imagine a lot of fake people, drugs, probably people like social. Can't say that. Essays. Can't say that. Essays are in there. They be probably graping and stuff. You can't say the other word because they take my shit down with the quickness. But but no, I didn't think about it. But like if you made like a really good song and you were off like some fucking crazy drugs, bro, I can imagine that it'd be addicting to be like, I made that song off of some pills or something. Like I should just go back and do it again. And then what if it hits again? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, damn, that actually make a lot of sense. And then you get.
So a lot of artists die.
Yeah,
that's actually that's fucking scary.
Little Peep, all those,
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to like watch out for. And that's why I'm also trying to watch out on the certain crowds that I hang out with. Because when you go into the music stuff, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna be around you. You're gonna want to take it, but sometimes you gotta just hold yourself back and be like, no. I'm not trying to mess.
What kind of people are you meeting? Like, what are these people like? What kind of things are they trying to do?
Well, or they ain't trying to do it. They do it.
Well, I mean, but like, yeah, well, like, more like, yeah, like, what kind of people are you meeting?
A lot of people. There's certain stuff I ain't gonna say on, but
yeah,
I'll say in nice words, a lot of interesting people with interesting looks and features.
And see, that's the thing. You probably got to think about that too. Like, say, like, someone's doing certain type of music and their personas, whoever the pretend to be, they're gonna act like that person more than their actual regular self. So if
Mm,
that's, you know,
That's
like
true. Putting
they
on a
do
fake
a
persona.
lot of drugs and they say in the music, and you meet them in person, they're like, oh, I'm
damn,
this
bro.
artist. They're gonna be that person.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna, you know, they probably veer more that way.
See, I like what he said because look, music to not making music, I'm still myself.
Mm.
Me being on stage to me going off stage, I'm still gonna be myself. But the thing
For the
is,
alter egos.
yeah, it's just I'm gonna be the same person, but well, that's correct. When I'm around fans, I try to act more like myself, but knowing there might be people in there talking mess
Yeah.
that didn't like me before, but now they're here.
Mm.
You want to say something and bring off your old self, but you're like, this is who I am right now because the people knows me as Saint Lanier.
Yeah.
They don't know who Josh is,
Right.
and that's what I mean.
How do you think that you'll manage trying to be you in the midst of like pursuing music and making a following, growing, changing, all your different, all kinds of circumstances, whether it be money, your house, your car, your clothes, the people you're around? Like, how do you have like a way that you're going to try to keep you like as, like as much of yourself as possible?
What my parents said, don't let the money change you. That's basically all it is.
Mm.
It's just a lot of money coming your way. You can either stay yourself or go insane. The money, like, think about this. Listen to artists and listen to what they talk about.
Yeah.
The money is what makes you change. The money is what makes flashy people come to you. If you didn't have that, they wouldn't care.
That's very true. That's very true.
That's basically all it is. Just a lot of cameras on your face and a lot of moolah coming to you. If you really think about it.
Yeah, imagine that could be probably pretty difficult.
Yeah, sometimes it does get difficult because when you're starting to get attention, a lot of people are wanting to do features with you and talk to you, interview you, and you're like, damn, I just don't have the time to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think about that. That's like what kind of where I've been at like for the past few months is like how do you manage all your like how do you go to school, work a job, maybe maintain friendships and relationships, etc. Maybe talk to your family, then work on your music, and then go to shows. Like that's a lot of shit. Like, how are you going about managing all that?
I learned how to balance it out. I keep the loved ones in the daytime and do the dream at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I see what you're
everything I want to do, I do it at night. All the shows that I want to do are all at night. It's hard to do a show in West Texas where all they do is country.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you just got to break it and be like, okay, let's go somewhere else. Let's go to Austin. Let's go to Dallas where it's more diverse,
Mm-hmm.
And then when my name starts getting big over there, small towns are going to notice, oh, he's popping. Let's
put
tag him along,
That's actually, I never thought about it like that. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
That's actually, I really like that because I've been trying to figure out how to manage all that shit. And so usually like certain days I'll have where like I do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Do your work at night sort of, and then focus on whatever else during the day. So whether it be job or school, your friends, loved ones, then you kind of, I think that's really cool.
Just think about it. Like, honestly, bro, like, that's why half of them are so tired because they strive at night to get to where they want.
Mm-hmm.
So in the daytime, they can just chill.
Yeah. I thought about that a lot too, like as I've been kind of going on this journey of like figuring out how I want to balance everything.
Yeah.
I found that like I would try to stay up too late. Like I still do most of my work at night, I feel like to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to get to bed at a decent time because I got to be up early most days.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other things I'm trying to do with my day. But I found that sleep is very fucking important, bro. I would be pushing myself far past the limits, and I'd be getting sick. Like literally, like at the beginning of the year, I wasn't sleeping enough, bro. I started getting sick. I was sick for like a week or two, and then like throughout those weeks, I wasn't still resting. I was like, I still gotta work out. I still gotta do this and that. And the next thing you know, bro, I was sick. I got recovered for like a couple days. I was sick again. I was like, bruh, that's called not resting, bro. Stuff. Yeah, I was like not resting, not drinking water, not eating properly. Like that shit's very important, bro. And like I don't know. I feel like you have to when it comes to making your shit, I feel like you have to really like you have to for me at least, I set time aside for everything. I try to be very intentional with it. Like it's very rare that I do this now, but
Mhm.
where I'll write stuff, like sometimes I'll write out music or something. I don't usually let myself wander too much throughout the day because then I won't be focused on whatever I'm doing. So I usually set time aside for certain things. And then when I'm doing it, I try to be very efficient, very effective, and very present with the time. Like right now, I'm not like thinking about who I got to text or what I have to do after this or what I did before. It's like it doesn't matter right now.
Mhm.
This is what matters. And so I'm trying to put everything I have into this. And so that's what I've been trying to do with everything, whether it be at work or my videos. I think if you do that, then you can really get a lot done, and then you can also just relax and rest and let it go. You know what I'm saying, for a minute, so that way you can maybe like let some things work in the background.
True that. True that. I like that. You know, worry about the now and then trying to worry about your future.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. Even though they do say focus on your future and stuff, I'm like, if I'm focusing on my future, I'm gonna mess myself up now.
Yeah.
You know.
I think there's like a weird balance. You have to like kind of sort of focus on it, but don't do it too much where you start worrying about it. You're like, oh, but I needs to do this, and then it has to like I've done that so many times, bro. I'm like, but it doesn't look like this, or it's not perfect, or I don't have this gear, or I don't have this. It's like, bro, like those questions will always be there, even if I had everything I needed. Like you'd be like, oh, well, it needs to be like this. You just have to start. Like what you said earlier in the beginning, you just have to start. And when you start,
Yeah.
you'll figure that shit out along the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's how you do it, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, so what's the best and the worst part about making music?
So I would say making music is one of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best, or not the best. Well, it fluctuates.
yeah.
I feel like when you're making the song, it takes so long because you just want to get it done.
What about it is taking so long?
The writing process, finding a beat,
Mm,
mixing it up, going to the studio, you know, the work.
yeah,
I would say the one thing I like about it is the final project.
yeah. So you feel, I guess, somewhat like it's a bit daunting sometimes when you're making it. Like, I guess, like, what am I trying to say? Because like for me, I always when I like was growing up, I had this idea like if you're making something that you like doing, there's like no part about it that you don't like. And then as I got older, I was like, I don't know if that's really true, bro. Because I was like thinking about like Kobe Bryant was in the gym like all fucking day, bro. There's no way he loved that doing that all day. There's no way. And I was like, I guess maybe it is like that sometimes, but I always feel like, damn, I guess I don't want to make videos then because I don't want to edit them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah.
maybe it is like work that you have to put in, you know? 'Cause I don't really love to edit them, but like I also wouldn't want someone to edit them for me. And if I don't edit them, then who the fuck gonna do it? Then I don't put nothing out. So is it kind of like that for you? Is it similar?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's more like, well, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
Okay.
I love writing. I love the process of writing because it helps me think, and then it makes me think of, oh, I could write something else.
Mm,
You know, it just starts adding, and I think
that's
that's kinda,
like your favorite part.
yeah,
Okay.
because you just branch out, you get out of your comfort zone. It's like you're in your own world,
Yeah, yeah. Literally.
and it's nice.
That makes me feel a lot better then because I didn't know if that happened with other people. I was just like, well, if they make videos and they make music, they must love everything about it. But like, it's yeah.
Trust me, no, it's not like
Yeah, I mean-
that. It's not like
You guys me that the other day. Editing's the worst. I hate editing,
Yeah.
bro. Editing is just
It does. It
ugh.
takes a lot of time. We were making a song the other day and he doesn't like I don't really mind it, but he doesn't like redoing his verse. So like sometimes he might struggle with like rhythm or something. So I'll be like, yeah, you might want to go back and like kind of get it better, like the flow there. And he's like, to him he can't hear it, which I thought was really interesting. It's like he couldn't hear it. Like we have a different creative process and the way that our minds work. He can't hear it sometimes when he's maybe off beat a little bit. I can hear it. It's like way out there for me. But him, he might tell me something like, hey bro, you're doing this or that, like you're whatever. I'm like, I didn't even know that. So I think it's really cool that people just all work differently.
yeah.
But what I was saying was what was I saying, bro? What the fuck was I saying?
You were talking about process.
Oh yeah, so
that
yeah.
you-
Oh, so yeah, I thought that everybody would just like or it makes me feel better to know that everybody has that same feeling like, oh, I don't love every part about this, but there are parts that I do really like and yours is the writing process. For me, it's like I just like recording. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
And then seeing it, obviously when you're done, you're like, hey, this is good. This
And
is
then
like the
that's
vision
kinda
that I
cool,
had.
yeah.
Yeah, facts. But I think people don't think about all the work that goes into doing it and the process that it takes, because it's not just like you wrote the shit and then you just hopped on a beat and then and you're done. Like
that's
there's
true.
way more that goes into it, bro.
Well, most people can hear the beat and they'll just jump on the mic and start freestyling.
Yeah, some people can work.
I can't do that.
I can't do that well either. That shit hard, bro.
We be doing that shit for fun, bro.
On God, and it don't make me golly, and it doesn't make any sense neither.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. You start looping
Like
and
sometimes
saying
you
the
get
same
like
shit. Sometimes you
a couple
might get
bars
you
in there,
might
and you're
catch
like,
a.
damn, okay.
You're like,
You're like, I didn't know
sometimes
I
you
could
can
say
find
that.
some good shit like that, but sometimes most of the time I can't. Like when Juice, you ever seen his freestyles, bro?
Man, don't
He
even get me
freestyling for
started
like an
with
hour
that.
and shit. I'm
Like-
like, bro, how the fuck is he still going?
You just
I
be
don't
hearing a
know.
song
And
and
he's
be
not.
like,
It's not like he's sort of saying somewhat of the same, but not really though. Like he's
Yeah.
still coming up with new shit. I'm like, he's switching the flow and he's like a song. I'm like, damn, what the fuck?
Because
bro?
I like the way he does it. Like he'll
Yep.
start mumbling.
he like harmonizes it,
He's
like
like,
it's a melody, and then
Yeah, yeah.
then
and
he
he'll
just
just
starts
singing
go
going.
on
in
there.
there.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah.
does. I don't know how. I don't know how dude is that nice, bro. Even like, what's that fucking dude's name? It's like that one white dude who be rapping all the time, like on Omegle. He'll be like
Oh, Harry Mack.
Harry Mack. Yeah, his freestyles are crazy too, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck is he be?
I don't know. I feel
He
like some
put a
people
lot of
just
he
are.
put a lot of practice and time into it, is from what I understood.
God,
I would
he
assume
does.
that probably the same
Yeah.
for Juice. Is like I don't. He
Yeah.
might have some of that talent like naturally, but to be as consistent and to stay on it for as long as they do, I'm like, yeah.
I feel like that's what's annoying about rap. Like if you ever tell someone you rap, they're like, "Oh, freestyle right now," and you're like, "Oh, just because I rap, don't mean I like
Yeah.
freestyle." You know,
That's
they always expect you to freestyle and have like
hey
bars
for
off a
real.
rip.
I say this. That's why I never say I rap.
Yeah.
I make music.
Yeah,
Because
It's a
before I used to say, "Hey, I rap." People are like, "Okay, then freestyle for me. Give
they
me a
just
beat."
throw a beat on. They're
Throw me
like,
a bar.
Throw something out. You're like,
Give me 16 bars right now. I'm like, bro.
and then if you don't, you don't have any
Yeah.
fire. They're like,
Like, oh, he
You're like,
trash.
dude,
bruh,
you
like-
suck.
He trash. He ain't even that
you're
good.
like, I like to write my shit out. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna just be like,
on
spit
God,
everything.
on God, it
Yeah,
is
people are weird.
Yeah, facts.
crazy. Bro. That's funny.
So yeah, the worst part for you is kind of like the mixing and mastering.
The writing part. I got a friend that does the mixing and mastering. I do the writing part.
Mm.
I write
That's
it,
actually really good to have someone for it, bro.
and he's really good. Graduated from SPC.
Oh really?
Yeah,
What the
engineer.
Oh, shit. So
Yeah.
then he knows. So he
knows
knows
stuff.
what he's doing. Yeah.
And that's my boy Teo. I was talking about. Shout out to you
shout
again,
out
bro.
to, shout out to bro.
Bro,
You kind of answered this earlier, but I think you mentioned this was like a few years ago. Where do you see you and your career in the next 5 years?
hopefully on a stage in front of a lot of people, performing my own songs with one of my favorite celebrities,
Who's that?
Post Malone, or being interviewed by like some of the big people too, like different
Yeah, you know, like
podcasts.
fucking Nardwar.
Oh,
that'd
heck
be
no.
crazy.
Nah,
bro.
it-
Can you imagine? Hey, remember that podcast? Like, what if you post some shit out? Like,
Yeah.
what if I never posted? Like, remember that podcast you did? I'm like, bro, we never even put that. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
You'd be. I don't know where he. That'd
knows
be,
everything, bro.
That'd be scary, bro.
I'd be like, I might need to slap you real quick, bro. Cause
No, they be doing him like that for real.
I'm like, how do you know? You know more about me than I know
Me.
about me. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'd be cool. I would love to be on there just to see what kind of shit he pulls out. Like,
You know,
remember when you did this in 5th grade? Like, what? How do you know about
I'd
this?
be nervous
bro?
because I'd be like, damn, like what's he about to say about me?
Yeah, I know.
I did a
You
lot
gotta
of
pull some
stupid
shit
I'd
out of
have
the
been
depths
like-
of the darkness.
I don't remember posting that though. How'd you get that video?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know how he does it. That shit is kind of crazy.
Oh God.
How you feeling now?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. If you don't mind me talking about the music.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Do it. Yeah.
So when did I release Hangover? In August. And then I released a song called Me Too. So I met a group of friends early this summer from one of my other friends, and we hang out all the time. We party all the time. And then there was just one day I woke up with a really bad hangover.
Mm.
And I was like, I've always wanted to make a song like that, but
Yeah.
I never could relate to nothing because I've never experienced it before.
Right.
And then I'm not sure if you heard Hangover, and there's probably not going to be any copyrighted because it's under me and I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote that song kind of about me having fun with my friends, me trying to shoot my shot with this one girl, and it didn't work. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then just saying, at night it's all fun, but when you wake up with that hangover, it sucks.
Facts.
So,
Dude, that shit do be awful. I think I don't really drink much. But I think one time I had I only had like one hangover, bro. I woke up with a fat headache, bro.
yeah.
I was fat, bro. That shit didn't go away, dude.
Last all day, huh?
Yeah, it really did. It was like a few hours. I had to take I think I just did like some Tylenol or some shit to get rid of the pain, but.
I'll say one of my friends put me on this now. If you ever do feel like that, buy some liquid IV.
Oh, look what I've been going.
Yeah,
Ooh,
pour some of that stuff in your water, shake it up and drink it, and trust me, you'll feel good in the morning. You might have a slight hangover, but not as bad.
Yeah,
what you
that
could
actually makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah,
Put a lot of water in your body.
and I got, I'll talk about this one fan because she's been my fan ever since I first started. Her name is Michelle Doe. I appreciate the love that you show my music, and when I do make it big, and I see you out there in the crowd, I will invite you on stage.
Hey, that'd
because
be fucking tight.
you supported me even when it's my you supported me at the beginning with my trashy music, and now you love it now, and it's cool. I never had a fan like that, you know.
Yeah, that's real love, bro.
And I'll say this might sound weird as heck, but excuse me if I'm wrong on your ethnicity. I believe she's Vietnamese. And you know how they are when it comes to like TV shows and like little like stickers and stuff like that. She had Hangover on one of hers, and then she had like one of the sticky characters like dancing and stuff on it.
Oh,
I thought it was the coolest thing because I've always wanted something like that.
Yeah,
So it was cool. I was like, whoa, this is cool. And ever since then, I love my fans, bro.
It's always cool when someone recognizes something you do that's not like someone that's your friend, so
Yeah.
you know it's like super genuine. Like it's
Yeah.
like someone that you never met before. They're
Nice.
like,
Oh, actually, we went to school together.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to school together and we grown up with each other and we drifted apart.
Mm.
I just didn't know that she actually liked my music.
Oh, so
So
it came back
that's-
full circle.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's kind of cool.
that is pretty tight, bro. Once
Mhm.
people, they can watch your shit and be like, this is actually some good shit out you putting. You know what I'm saying? Is there any other questions or anything that you have that you want to talk about before we get into my last questions here?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
What got you into podcasting, doing YouTube, and just what got you into that?
That's a good question. I don't think anybody's ever asked, like not on the pod at least. I've been watching YouTube since I was like a fucking kid. Like I never watched TV. I didn't really watch that. I just watched YouTube. So I've seen YouTube evolve in so many ways and the culture of it change and shift and, maybe digress sometimes. But, I don't know. Like there's something about it that there's just a community for, it seems like everyone. You can make shit where you're tapping on stuff like ASMR. You could be doing makeup videos. You could be doing fucking kids' toys reviews. You could be doing meme reviews. You could be doing vlogs. You could be doing gaming, music, streams. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's something there that people who make fucking dirt houses. I know I've seen the videos before, bro.
Yeah,
I've seen
that,
them
yeah.
shits. Like, there's so much shit you could do on YouTube. And I was like, bro, that's cool. Like, and I was always like, even if I don't stick with making vlogs, maybe I do gaming or maybe I don't know, like anything, bro. Like, I could always change it to something else. Like, what if for a period of my life, I just want to play games and just do that? Like, I could do that. So I always was like really cool with that. And so like, I started I made like a couple gaming videos. I don't know where them bitches are at. You might be able to find them. They're somewhere out there, but it's me playing like Call of Duty, like Black Ops, like zombies or something. I have one of me playing like this fake ass Minecraft game when I was like really young, like 12 or something, bro. You can probably find that shit somewhere. It's called Total Miner.
Oh, what the heck?
Total minor.
It was a fake ass Minecraft. It was before Minecraft like was out on the consoles and shit, so that's what I was playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to make videos. I started making them I made those videos that I just talked about when I was younger, but I made like 2 videos when I started working at Paxson in the mall. I was like
Yup.
18, and I put them out, and I stopped making them, bro. I only did it on my phone. Like, it was the worst shit ever, bro. Like, I had to record from the phone. I had the phone sitting on a dresser with like books and shit all like to hold it up. I couldn't even see what I was recording because it was just like the camera was facing that way and the screen was here, so I couldn't see it. I just pressed play, and then I was like, well, hope this shit looks good. And then it would fall down or whatever. So I made that. Then I stopped doing that for years. I was like in a relationship for a while that I think wasn't really good for me, and so I just wasn't really progressing it at all in my life for like a handful of years. And then towards the end of it, I started recording videos, and then I wouldn't edit them because I was like, dude, that's gonna take too long. When I was thinking too much. Damn, it's gonna take too long, bro. I can't do that. I don't want to. Like, whatever it was, like all these crazy ass excuses, bro. So I didn't do it, and then eventually later on I recorded again, and then I decided I was like, all right, I'm gonna edit, and it sucked, bro, because it took me so long to release like one video, and it took me forever to edit it, like days to get like 5 minutes or a couple of seconds of video, bro. It took me hours because I just didn't know what I was doing, but I just kept going and getting better along the way and like learning the process that whatever worked for me and learning new tips and tricks that I watched from YouTubers or something. But yeah, then I seen Joe Rogan's podcast sort of along the way of all doing all this shit, and I was like, I just want to make a podcast. And like, I've always liked talking. I think it's kind of apparent I talk a lot, but I also really like to ask people questions because I feel like people are interesting as fucking. If you can get them to dive deeper into shit that's under the surface, bro, there's things that in people's minds that work in weird ways that are so cool and interesting, which is another reason why I think I like psychology, is because I like to understand how things work. And so the whole idea for this podcast was just to understand what it means to be human. And so like whatever that means, that's what I like am asking my guests every time that they come on to see what kind of life they come from, what kind of life they were wanting to pursue. You know, you're making music and like that's a whole different world, you know, like I want to know what that world is like. I want to understand that world because I think it's cool. Yeah. Like that's fucking cool to me. Yeah. And then making my other videos was more or less just from watching them and just like I want to do my own thing and I kind of like it. So, but yeah, that's a good ass question. I appreciate you asking. Anything else?
I'll say this, from looking at your channels and stuff like that, have you noticed which one's bigger than the other one?
Oh, for sure, my main channel, the podcast. I don't always do podcasts. I think mostly because I prioritize my main channel more. Yeah. But it's also hard to do. I think I might have took on too much. Is your mic good?
Yeah, it's good.
I think I might have taken on too much, because like doing one channel is already hard enough, especially since I just started, and it's not like I have a team who's editing my shit. Like if I did, I could make probably more videos, as well as I have to work a job, so like it takes a lot of time. So I don't really focus too much on this one, but I have put a lot of work into it, as you can see. And there's a bunch of people who came on that I had ideas for or questions or whatever. So probably my main channel for sure. But this one I love this one a lot because I don't have to do much. I just press record, chop it up, if even that, and then we just talk and I just ask questions, and that shit's easy to me. So this is like, yeah,
cool as shit.
Yeah, literally. And I think it's really cool when people come on because they seem more or less excited, I guess, but sometimes I'm a little nervous. But yeah, I think it's cool. That's good, bro, because that should be something that I'll be getting nervous. Luckily, I haven't been nervous the whole pod. This is like one of the first ones that I've been able to get through, like not like going a bunch of shit in my head. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else, bro?
That's everything.
All right, Max, how we doing on time?
We got 11 minutes.
All right, we'll ask a few of these and then we're at the cut and start back. So, yeah. What is your worst attribute, characteristic, weakness, or fault?
That's a good question. I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
Nothing even small or something?
Have I been small?
Nothing like that's even small that maybe someone's told you like, hey, bro, you do this, or like, or maybe something that maybe you think too much, or, you know, nothing like that.
Well, I would say I used to overthink sometimes, you know, even when it comes to girls and stuff like that, because I've been in a couple of good ones, but recently have been like just bad ones
Yeah.
that now I'm kind of like I don't really underestimate some situations.
Hmm.
Like I think you know this. There's this girl at work
Oh yeah.
that I like, and I end up talking to her this morning. And I was picking up a drink. And at first, I didn't notice her voice coming out of the speaker,
Mm.
and then I saw her, and I was just like, "Ooh, I want her."
You talking about who I know you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
okay. All right.
But I'm gonna talk to you more
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah, for sure.
that. But yeah, and then I guess sometimes I do get nervous. Sometimes you know, being a black man living in West Texas, I do get
Yep.
kind of intimidated sometimes that people are gonna be like, "Get stairs,"
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, for sure.
and it hurts, but then you kind of gotta cope with it.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely kind of weird living here, especially coming from Atlanta,
Yeah,
where when I was in Atlanta, it's pretty much it seems like it's more or less dominated by black people, you know, or like I only seen like a handful of white people when I was there, and I was like, yeah, this is like mostly black people
yeah,
here. So like coming from there to here,
yeah,
mostly like country folk, like white people. Like I think there's a lot of Mexicans here too, but the black community here. I mean, I think there's a fair amount, but not what we're working at for sure. Like
yeah.
that's like the white side of town. So
Uh-huh.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh yeah, y'all in Milwaukee. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, they ain't too many of the black folk over there.
Oh God,
So going from that, what is your best attribute, characteristic, strength, or virtue?
that I started to appreciate myself, and not caring about what people thought.
How'd you do that?
Mentally and emotionally, telling yourself once you get out the house, there's gonna be a world of people that are not gonna give a crap about you.
Hmm.
You got to know how to accept that and just keep going because you are gonna have people that will give a damn about you,
Yeah, facts.
but you just can't let the other people affect. Like say I were to have a drinking problem, something like that. People gonna talk mess about that, but the ones that care are gonna be like, let's try to help you out,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Or if I were to have loads of tattoos, you know, people talk mess about people like that, but don't let tattoos deceive on who the person is.
Mm-hmm.
So you might look scary until you go up to the person, talk to them, you're like, oh, yeah, it's a pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I
Yeah.
mean. The world is so stereotypical. They
Yeah.
don't give anybody a chance.
I think that's exactly right, bro. I agree with you. Is there one thing that people misunderstand about you most, and what do you think it is? Yeah. What? Hold on. If there is one thing that people misunderstand about you most, what do you think that is?
It's my personality.
What do you mean?
Like when they see a black person, they assume a lot of things.
Mm.
Oh, he probably cusses a lot. Or he probably drives a raggedy car. Or he
Yeah.
probably lives in the ghetto or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. Until I open up my mouth and talk to them, they're kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
what the, you know? Just because I'm from Atlanta don't mean we don't have manners.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
What's one thing that you're currently working on? You can kind of take that however you want.
um, learning more how to saving money because me and a group of friends are trying to move out.
Yeah.
Being confident in myself, into my music, learning how to not give a damn about what other people think. And then if there's a girl that I want, I'm gonna go for it. And just because she says she's talking to somebody, nowadays she probably ain't talking to nobody. So you just gotta go for it.
Yeah. Sometimes you do. Yep. They be playing that card, bro.
Sometimes you just gotta take a shot. And if she sets you down, there's an ocean full
There's
out.
the next one and the next one and the next one, bro.
The
Yo,
next
yo.
one, the next one, the next one.
I mean, you'll catch one.
Oh yeah.
You just don't know how long it's gonna take.
Just gotta keep shooting, bro.
God,
What is something that you've overcome recently?
that's a good question. Uh, get out of my comfort zone.
What in what ways are you doing it?
by just saying, if this is what I want, just go out and do it. That's something I would say I overcame. And then just interacting with more people and yeah, get out of my comfort zone in a different environment, places that I feel uncomfortable with. I get adapted to it.
Yeah, exactly. You feel like you're like introverted or shy or like socially awkward or something? Is that what you mean?
I want to say that. I would just say, I want to say I'm socially awkward. I starting conversations.
Mm.
I'll say I used to have a really, 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 really bad addiction to something on the internet
Mm.
that it kind of messes up with your brain.
Facts.
And I'm slowly getting off of it, and it's making me feel good, making me interact with people, talk to my friends, talk to females,
Bruh.
and feeling good.
I think a lot of people can relate to you, bro. There's so much of that shit that goes on. Like, there's so many different things that I've seen, even including myself. I don't think many people know about, but I struggle with that too a lot growing up.
Yeah.
And so like it's been that shit. I don't think it's so new that I don't think there's really much studies behind like the shit that it actually does to you, but it really fucks up a lot of
It does.
your relationships, yourself, the way that your mind and your brain works. And for me, like it took a long ass time, bro, because I started early as hell.
Yeah.
And so like it was like a weird thing. And I know like a lot of guys, there's so many people on the internet, bro, who like struggle with that, who can't like, and then they start going to where they start paying for like people on OnlyFans or like crazy shit, bro. And like, then they're just stuck in that loop and they can't get out of it, bro. And it's like really like, it's really honestly sad.
Yeah.
But it's just really dark shit.
It is. And I didn't even know, but it also builds anxiety too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally. Mm-hmm. There's so many. Yeah, that's one amongst them. Like it really does fuck you up, bro.
Yeah, it does.
But I think that's really good that you're trying to get off that, because it's honestly it's like an addiction, And it's kind of sad that if you were to tell people like, oh, like I was like an addict or like I've been like sober for like so many years, people would be like, that's kind of cringe. But if someone was like, oh yeah, I've been sober for like 12 years off of like drinking, they'd be like, oh, congrats, like that's good. But I don't think the same could be said if someone was like, you haven't watched whatever in like 5 years. They'd be like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like they might give you a different kind of look.
It's true.
What is one moral rule you think people should abide by?
I can't think of it. Yeah, give me an example.
One for me would be like telling the truth, or at least don't lie. This isn't really my rule, but it's a rule that I read in the book from Jordan Peterson. Yeah. And that rule was like really important to me when I first started reading his books a few years ago. But it was always like, yeah.
Okay. I'll say always be yourself.
That's a good,
yeah, always be yourself. Because the world that we live in nowadays, a lot of people try to put on a fake persona, make them look cool, until you hang out with them one on one, and then they're all just
bland.
white. Yeah, I'm just like,
talking about that.
What the heck? Like, weren't you just like, you were all turned up at the club, and then we get back to the crib, you're all. I'm like, oh heck, nah. Yeah, it's just awkward. It wasn't awkward until you said it.
Yeah.
Shoot, but
damn.
I don't know, bro. That's why every time when I walk into work, I always have a smile on my face. I don't give a crap what people say. Because it don't matter if you're successful or not. People still gonna talk about you.
They are. Yep. No matter what, you could be doing the best of the best shit, bro. Like Mr. Beast, he be giving away like. He be doing all that good shit and then be like, but he didn't do it. I'm like, bro, stop, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I be like, Mr. Beast be getting on my nerves, selling all them damn cars. And shit.
I know. Give me a car, motherfucker.
Like, oh God, you selling all those cars? Buy me.
Pass me one.
Hey, you better help me with college.
Yeah,
College.
send me a little grand or something.
Oh God.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think that's a good rule of thumb. It's very common that you hear that, but I don't think many people still do that. Even myself too. I'm fucking 24 years old now, bro. And I think as of lately I have barely started to get more out of my shell, and then also literally just be more of myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, I wouldn't tell people I made videos because I felt like an imposter. I was like, I don't actually do that, but like, bro, I fucking do. I do. I make the fucking videos. Why can't I tell nobody? Why shouldn't, like, why do I feel like that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why I know why I feel like that, but like,
Yeah.
it took me a while to figure out why. Like, why do I feel like I have to hold it? Like, I don't have to do that, bro. Just be yourself. I'm tired of having to wear a mask. Everybody I talk to, bro. That shit is so, it's so draining, bro. And then like people eventually find out who the fuck you are. And I was
True.
just like, I might as well just be who I am. And then they find out if they don't like me or they do.
Like I make music. When I tell people I make music, they assume it's rap. You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or if I was white, they would have said country.
True.
So it really, well, when they ask me what genre I do, I'm like, you have to listen to it and tell me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. So
yeah, I was listening to music. I think it was actually yesterday. I don't really know. It's like a couple different genres, honestly.
just wait till this album come out because I just do whatever. But I try to make it make sense.
Yeah, put it like somewhat cohesive.
Yeah. Should I say the name of it, or should I just read?
Yeah, I was gonna give you like an opportunity. You can now, but I was gonna give you an opportunity at the end, and you could plug all your shit, tell people what you got going on, all that.
Oh yeah, I'll just say it for the end then.
Yeah, I got you. What makes us or you human?
I feel like I've had a question like that, but it was in like class.
Mm.
I'm doing the same thing I'm doing when I got that question asked in class. What was the question again?
What makes us or you human?
That's a good question. I don't know. What makes you breathe? You know, there's no such thing as what makes somebody a human. A human is a human. You can't really describe. If you want to describe what a human is, you wake up, use the bathroom, eat, go to work, have sex. On God, you know. But
I mean, yeah,
like
I think you're right.
The plant.
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, bro. I think it's literally whatever you think, because people have come up with crazy shit.
I always said compassion. That's what I said in the
he
one.
said compassion. I had somebody say conversations like this. I think to me, like, one thing that makes us human, it's not the only answer or right or wrong answer, but it's like the ability to be like creative or to think symbolically. No other animal on earth can do that. They can't think and write and tell stories the way that we do. I think that's what's kept us going for so long. Like, when you think about anything, stories are engraved in everything, bro. You hear sayings all the time. They come from fucking way back. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that is what I think one part of what makes us human. You know what I mean?
I like that. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you're right too.
Yeah.
Waking up makes you human, bro.
Yeah.
Getting up, go take a piss. Take a shit, eat your food. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes you human, bro.
Thing.
What is the earliest memory or thought that you've had? Whether it be like a feeling, an idea, who you wanted to be, not wanted to be, etc.
I actually felt this earlier today. Being on stage.
That was like a earliest memory or thought that you had?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie like that. It wasn't that. It was, I guess, I like this girl. That was my earliest thought of trying to build a relationship, but I guess things didn't really work out between us. And it sucks because I'm just like, I had everything playing in my head,
yeah.
You know. But I guess everything happens for a reason, you know.
Thanks.
I am gonna get that girl at work though. I'm gonna try my best.
I'm trying my best.
Is there a dream that you've had since a kid?
Funny thing is, it isn't making music.
What was it?
Having a girl that won't leave me off of stupid stuff. One that I can actually say that, oh, that's my girlfriend. I could bring her out to the homies, and they're like, your girl pretty cool, and I can trust her with my homies. Because nowadays, what we live in, it's hard to trust people with your homies, you know?
Drew said,
Yeah. So that's what I mean. I guess I could say I'm toxic for this shit. On my latest mixtape that I made, there's a song in there called "Need Me." It was about this. I think this is before you worked.
Yeah.
Her name was Matt. Oh, I meant.
We can believe we can fix it.
Yeah. But
Her name was-
yeah, but yeah, she was a cool girl. I guess she was going through some stuff with her ex, but she wanted to hang out with me.
Ugh.
And I guess it got complicated. And I wrote a song called "Need Me." Basically,
I think I listened to that one last night.
yeah, even though she messed me up, I pretty much said, if you need me, I'll be there. You know, I thought it sounded cool as heck when I wrote it, realizing how toxic I was writing that song. But I don't know. I just wanted to. I don't know.
I think it kind of shows more about her than it does you, you know? Not really that. I don't know if it would be considered toxic on your end. I think it's more like she kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
she kind of was in a place where like she was almost like using you, really, which sucks, bro. Because I've been there. I'm sure you've been there too, Max.
Mhm.
And that's not a good feeling when even if it's a friend, you know, like it's not a good feeling to feel like you're being used or that you are being used. You know what I mean? What is something that? Wait, hold on one sec. Actually, what do you think is the purpose or one purpose of your life?
What do I think is the purpose?
Or just maybe one purpose of your life?
I guess find your destiny. Find who you are, what you love, how you want to live your life.
Mm.
That's what I think.
That's a good ass answer, bro. I think sometimes people don't do that because that's a hard journey. Yeah, it's a hard journey to follow down. And this is my last question for you.
All right.
What is something that you're grateful for?
My family, awesome friends, and just living life, and hopefully I don't do anything stupid. So
I think we all do something stupid sometimes, bro.
yeah,
That's how you learn.
yeah.
There was also one other question that I forgot to ask. If you didn't make music, like what would you do? What would you do if you didn't pursue music, and why?
Art.
Like drawing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You make so you like what kind of art would you do?
Well, maybe like anime or like cartoon style art.
Like, are you drawing? You painting? Is it like
Yeah.
on iPads and shit?
Yeah, I draw on paper. I'm trying to do the digital shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
That is, yeah.
But yeah, I do
That does look tight though. Like
Mhm.
drawing all those things. I always thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I think art is cool. Like I never really got into it, but I was in an art class in high school, and I actually tried. It's weird how like if you actually try, you can make some. Like it wasn't like amazing, but it was far better than anything I've ever made. I was actually kind of impressed. I was like, it's actually kind of nice, bro. What the fuck? I was like, I could be an artist, but I mean, it's not something that I really love like that. So I just kind of left it alone. But yeah. Is there anything else that you wanna say before we wrap it up here and kind of finish things out? Is there? You want to tell people what you got going on right now, where they can find you at?
Oh yeah.
And what you got going on?
So like I said, my name's Saint Lanier. Not ST, but SAINT, then Lanier, LANIER. You can find me on all platforms: YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, I think maybe Amazon. You can find me on everything. And I have 2 new songs that are out called Hangover and Me Too. I would love for y'all to check it out. And stay tuned for 2024 because, like I said earlier, there's a new album coming out, 12 songs, 2 features, and I'm excited because it's something that I made a mixtape and it was okay, but songs that are already out,
Yeah.
But these are like a whole bunch of newer songs that are not even out. Me actually
That's
just
tight.
experimenting with my voice and just seeing, like, I guess my favorite song from this album is gonna be my first one, and the name of it is called "Eye of a Hurricane," and then I got another one that's called "Something to Fuck Me Up." And I got some cooler shit on there too. So just stay tuned. I'm excited.
Are those on the list that you posted?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty tight, man.
Mhm.
I feel very grateful and appreciative and honored that you've come on to this pod
Thank you.
and that you've also plugged up your shit. I think it's really cool that you kind of like almost like not dropping it, but like letting people know, hey, I got this coming out. I think that's really cool. I do really appreciate your time, bro, and I think that this is a really cool ass conversation. I got to understand more about you,
Yeah.
and what you got going on, and then what it's like to live and be an artist in 2023, bro.
I'm 23, boy.
But yeah, you got anything else? Is that it?
I appreciate you having me. Hopefully we get to do this again soon.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
I don't want to like say I don't want to blow up, but I would hate to blow up and then not be able to do this again.
Yeah.
So, or just be like, hey, I'll be in so and so. I book your flight and let's go.
Let's do the pod. Yeah, that'd be tight. I'd be down, bro, for sure.
And then I want that girl at Chick-fil-A though.
Hey.
Don't hey. I want to be rich and famous, and then your ass is all over me.
Yeah, don't do
Give
that.
me now when I'm broke.
Don't do that. Don't do that to him. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the podcast. We're gonna kind of wrap it up here. As always, the podcast is available on YouTube, where you can watch it live and just kind of hang out with us and see us what we're doing. As well as on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, just a few to name. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching and staying till the end. If you got any questions for him or anything, you can leave it in the the comments. And if you want to follow him or check out his music, I'll leave all of his links in the description. You can go check him out and let him know what you think. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to see y'all in the next one.
Bye.
Later. Nice, bruh.
Sir.
Nice.
Wasn't recording audio.
Stop.
I would have been like, well, shit. Would have been like, well, shit.
Bitch.